Today, I'm here to clear that misconception and lay bare the severe danger that the smuggling of foreign rice and other prohibited items pose to all of us. When foreign rice is smuggled into our market, it undermines our local farmer and agricultural industry. Our government and local entrepreneurs have invested billions to achieve self-sufficiency in food production. Unimpeded smuggling forces local mills to close and leave our farmers bankrupt. Agriculture is one of our largest employers of youth. By buying smuggled foreign grains instead of locally processed rice, we are effectively exporting jobs to other countries while worsening unemployment and poverty at home. Smuggled foreign rice is often rebagged under unhygienic conditions or stored in warehouses for years, deteriorating past its safe consumption date. While some may view this simply as enforcement of import restriction, the reality goes much deeper. This seizure is about protecting the livelihood of our local farmers, manufacturers, and entrepreneurs. Each bag of rice, bottles of smuggled vegetable oil, a bottle of foreign wine, or cartons of foreign pasta crosses our border illegally. It deals a direct blow to our domestic industries, thereby undermining national self-sufficiency. Our country has the capacity, the fertile land, and industrious workforce to achieve self-sufficiency in food production. Unchecked smuggling cripples this national aspiration. To those engaging in or aiding these illegal activities, the short-term profit is not worth the long-term ruin of your community and country. Smuggling is an economic sabotage that robs our children of a secured future. No nation can grow when its borders are treated as gateway for criminality. Gentlemen of the first, in line with the mandate of the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR PhD, Ogun 1 Command under my leadership has stepped up operations. We are leveraging enhanced intelligence, modern technology, and stiffer enforcement measures. We will arrest offenders, seize contraband, and ensure that culprits face the full wrath of the law. In recent months, this command has recorded an unprecedented wave of constant back-to-back seizures of foreign parboiled rice and illicit drugs. Smugglers and enemies of the state are becoming more desperate, employing highly sophisticated concealment methods to smuggle hard drugs into the country. However, our intelligence networks, technological integration, and the raw determination of our officers on the front line are proving superior. We have consistently dismantled their network, intercepted their goods, and choked their supply lines. We will continue to put them on their toes, hit them very hard by making Ogun 1 Command hostile for them. Gentlemen of the press, I recognize the critical role the media play, especially in the area of sensitization and enlightenment of all stakeholders and the society at large. And this is one of the reasons why I've called for this briefing to partner with the media in order to achieve willful compliance from the public, as well as to showcase what the command is doing. Our activities and successes recorded from 24th June 2026 to date. I urge journalists to conduct thorough investigation before broadcasting or publishing their reports, ensuring legitimate trade is not confused with illicit activities. And we continue to receive a sustained momentum that will lead to more serious enforcement of federal government policies towards curtailing smuggling acts. In line with the federal government policy on agricultural development, specifically to boost local rice production, our command has intensified efforts to make our territories hostile to rice smugglers and contraband traders. I appeal to all Nigerians to support this fiscal policy and embrace local agricultural products, particularly rice, to ensure self-reliance and potential for export. Today, we are showcasing the virtual proof of our vigilance. The items being paraded today include 2,339 bags of foreign parboiled rice at 50 kg each, 70 cartons of basmati rice, 6,035 parcels of Ghana loud indica, cannabis indica, 30 bags of foreign sugars, 2,674 pieces of new shorts and trousers, 11,450 liters of PMS in cans, 1,750 liters of PMS in drums, 30 kegs of diesels of 25 liters each, 100 bags of fertilizer, 67 bales of second-hand clothing, 2,674 pieces of new shorts and trousers, 3,760 pieces of new tops, 85 pieces of fire extinguisher, 480 cartons of pure heaven drinks, 54 packages of hope, 47 cartons of cosmetics, 36 packages of hair accessories, 3 packages of surgical shoes, 127 pieces of new purse. Total duty paid value EPV stands at 3.574 billion naira. These are not just numbers. These are millions of doses of devastations that would have otherwise flooded our communities. You can imagine the effect of disease that enter into the community, the drugs. It will fuel violent crimes, ruin the lives of our youth. Our mandate as enforcement agency is clear: intercept, seize, and arrest. However, the specialized war against drug abuse and trafficking is a relay race. The true victory lies in seamless interagency collaboration, as no single agency can secure our nation alone. Statistics have shown that Ghana loud or cannabis indica is linked to acute psychosis, severe cardiovascular distress, rapid addiction, and long-term mental health degradation. The high profit of this illicit drugs directly funds violent criminal networks, human trafficking, and the illegal proliferation of arms across borders. Traffickers aggressively market these high-potency drugs to young demographics, destabilizing schools and local communities. The smuggling of cannabis and dangerous variants like Ghana loud, Colorado, cannabis sativa are not a victimless crime. It destroys lives, breeds violence in our neighborhoods, and undermines our economy. Our agency are fully coordinated, and we will prosecute anyone involved in the importation or smuggling of these illegal substances to the fullest extent of the law. It is bitter irony that the foreign neighboring countries happily cultivate these drugs for export, targeting Nigeria's active and large market, while refusing to consume them themselves. In line with standard operating procedure and legal framework, I am formally handing over aforementioned seized narcotics to the commander of the NDLA, the Bureau Special Command, ably represented, for further investigation. The fight against drug smuggling is collective responsibility. The Ogun 1 Command under my leadership remains resolute in its commitment to securing our border and safeguarding our nation's future. Gentlemen of the press, from January to date, Ogun 1 under my watch has handed over 32,412 parcels of hard drugs and 92 sacks of raw cannabis to NDLA Bureau Special Command. Furthermore, I am pleased to inform you that the command for the month of July 2026 collected revenue to the tune of 96,164 naira as baggage assessment, auctions of perishable items, PMS, and other charges. On our export performance, the command has a total export volume of 10,110 metric tons with free on board value of 2,594,078,664 naira. The primary drivers of this export volume include white tack, crushed thermal coal, and CNG. Nigeria Customs Service is not just a revenue generating agency. We are the front line shielding and protecting our domestic economy. We will not sit by and watch economic saboteurs dismantle the investment made by our local manufacturer. To the syndicates and smugglers who think they can use Ogun 1 command as transit route for poison, hear this clearly. We are adapting faster than you are. If you do not trade legitimately, we will continue to seize your goods, impound your vehicles, and send you to prison. To our traditional rulers, youth leaders, and law-abiding citizens, we need your partnership. We urge you to report suspicious activities along our border corridors. Protecting our economy is a collective responsibility. To the general public and consumers, we appeal to your patriotism. Let us support our local industries by consuming locally produced rice, vegetable oil, local wine, and pastas. We are investing in our economy, securing jobs, and ensuring food security. I want to deeply commend the gallantry, integrity, sleepless nights of the officers of this command. Your dedication is saving lives. Finally, this briefing will be incomplete if I fail to appreciate the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adini, MFR PhD, for his dynamic leadership, unflinching support, and consistent encouragement. His administration has redefined operational effectiveness and motivated a culture of excellence across commands nationwide. Thank you all, and may God bless our nation, Nigeria. Thank you.
Let's give him another round of applause. He said we are saddled with three major responsibilities: trade facilitation, anti-smuggling, and trade revenue generation. When he talk about anti-smuggling, he has recorded over 3.574 billion naira smuggled items. On the issue of trade facilitation, he has facilitated export of over 2.6 billion naira also. When it comes to revenue, for only this month, last month, he has generated over 92 billion naira, 92 million naira. I think he deserves a round of applause. My controller deserves more than that, please. Thank you. I want to give one or two forum for question. Okay. You can still go around, sir. You can still go around this. Yes.
Yeah, these are heads of intercepted during the period of that review from June 25 to date, 458 heads of PMS. PMS is effectively banned from leaving this country because all over the sub-region, Nigeria still have access to the cargo of the cheapest form of energy. But because of the volatile nature of the items, do not permit us to dispose them as they come. So these were our intercepted from the party. The other ones are disposed in line with the law. And this is foreign parboiled rice. 2,739 bags. The message of government is very clear. No nation can be said to be secure if they are not secure food. In the order of priority, food security is number one. And we have the land, we have the means. The countries that are shipping this or that are sending this down, they are not bigger than Nigeria. So my advice to those guys, let us eat what we produce. Nigeria, this Ogun State has one particular brand of plants or farmer. It's popular everywhere. There's a local government in this Ogun called farmer. It's very popular. Let's learn to eat what we grow. Yes, this batch of fertilizer exists for contraband import or import regulation. First, movement and importation of fertilizer into Nigeria must be sanctioned by the Office of National Security. That's what they call end user certificate. And under import guideline, for any goods coming into Nigeria, it must be written in English. It must be branded in English. Even if there are other languages, but it must be branded. This alone has violated import procedure. 2, the movement, the importation of fertilizer is extremely restricted because of what these bad guys are using it for. It is used in production of improvised explosive devices. So it is extremely restricted. No end user certificates, no, they just got it to our border and they are here. Yes. This to add to offense in one. First, it was used to conceal what do you call it? Cannabis. Secondly, this is banned. Non-alcoholic beverages banned. We have companies that are producing this. These are garments. These garments